Hey guys, it's me again. Uh, again, I've been trying to get ahead on my work so that I could post videos because I like doing it. But this video is gonna be like, or I guess this series of videos is gonna be like the opposite of what I did before, which is kind of me just critiquing both the main two genders. I know there are a whole bunch of other ones, but when we criticize gender, we typically talk about the male female binary. So here I am praising men, praising males. Um so yeah, what I love about men is it really, I think, for me comes down to loyalty in the sense that, like, male value and male, I guess, reciprocity in relationships is really based around action. So what I love about men and my male friends is that they're really good about acting, about, doing concrete stuff to show that they love you. Not to say that the other stuff isn't important. I just think, again, um, maybe because of the socialization of men and perhaps some sort of biological factor related to um like the way testosterone works in the body, I've found that to be the case. Um Another thing too is that I also talked about this, but when men are really dedicated to their children, they are really dedicated. And it's sort of messed up kind of because that's not expected of them. You think that would be like the default, but unfortunately it's not. So I mean, I appreciate those men that sort of consciously try to make an effort to go against that feeling that, men are inherently lesser uh caretakers or whatever. And this one is more of a personal one. I talked about, I don't think it's really applicable to a lot of men, unfortunately. But I've always always had a friend group, that a male friend group, that was not shy about expressing their feelings more than a lot of other men, and saying we love each other and hugging each other. And maybe it's not as emotionally open as my female friendships, I will say that, but I just feel so fortunate that that's been the case for me. I talked about how, like, for most other men, though, they're sort of put in an emotional box and said that, oh, you have to act tough, especially in the culture that I come from. Um, that's like, you can't even think about doing that. Um, and yeah, when I think of, and this is not to say that I don't appreciate um the contribution that my women friends have had to my growth and stuff, but when I think of concrete stuff, like when I think of, if I need to get out of a quick jam, if my wheelchair van is broken or something, or if I need to get something fixed, let's say, or something concrete done that requires things like material and stuff like that. You already know men are on the call. Again, whether that's from socialization or not, we can argue that all day. I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but the fact that I think most people would agree that men are sort of more inclined to do that type of stuff. I think is almost everyone would agree, and but yeah, and another thing I just thought of, I appreciate that men really know how to admit that they're wrong. At least in my experience, again, I'm not gonna say all, but um, women have trouble um with that, and I know it has to do with their upbringing, right? Where fathers don't typically, not, and not even mothers typically um make that a priority in their development, and we should raise them to be honest people with high self-esteem, but a lot of women don't, unfortunately, and that's really has a lot to do with the men in their lives as much as the women, but men really know how to take responsibility. I have to say that's been my experience. Oh, okay, thanks. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next one, I'm gonna talk about what I really love about women and their effect on my life and personality.